welcome to Yellow Brick Road Enterprise. My name is Kenji Godfrey, and today I'm going to talk about surviving versus living. Now, with surviving, don't get me wrong, at certain points in life, we do have to have certain survival skills. But long term, surviving long periods of time is really not good for you, especially in the long term and in the future. Reason being is this: when you're surviving, the only thing you're concerned about is your day to day living. That means you're getting from day to day, paycheck to paycheck, moment to moment, feeling to feeling. Correct? When you're in this cycle, you don't have the time or the energy or the space to be concerned with nothing else except for what you got going on at that particular moment. Have you noticed when you're at a store and you're out and about and you see people who are very uptight, angry, disrespectful? It's not because they don't have the capacity to be nice or kind. It's just they're in survival mode. Nothing else matters to them except what's going on with their family and themselves. Right? So when you see people like that, try to give them a pass because they're probably just getting by, and that's why they're so angry. When you start to live, that means you're not necessarily concerned about the day-to-day operations, rent, bills, things like that. So that allows you to live in the moment because your initial needs are met. When your initial needs are met, you have the capacity to dream and to thrive and think about long-term things because your short-term or your present is taken care of. So, in order to get to this living, here's a couple things that you can do. Number one, come up with a plan and a goal, right? Don't make the goal 3 months, a year. I personally like doing 10 years because you have room to master the plan, right? So, within that 10-year plan, this is what you do. Every year, you make a goal for that year, a short-term goal for that year. For instance, when the clock strikes 12, January 1st, actually December 31st, have your plan ready. When the ball drops, that's when you begin to execute. I know it's not January 1st right now. You can start yours tonight and execute tomorrow, right? You write down what you want to do, how much you're going to spend on bills, how much you're going to be in for groceries, how much for entertainment, and you break this down, right? And you follow that goal. If it's up short, if it's short with the funds, you got to do two things. Either you're going to cut your bills so that you have a balanced budget, right? Or you're going to have to get a hustle. It's one of the two. There's no way of getting around it. Those are the only two things you can do. And every year you stay to that. So now we made a long-term goal, short-term. Right? So now you're not working on the whole 10 years. You're doing not day to day, year by year. And you set it, and then your day, every day you live, you work towards that goal. And you check in with that goal, whether it's weekly. I like monthly, sometimes quarterly. Look into that particular goal and start working it. And if you got to make adjustments, remember, you have time. You have 10 years. So you don't have to get frustrated with if it's not going too well or according to plan, things happen. You have time to change, edit, amend your goal for the long term, right? By doing this, trust me, your life just slows down because you have a plan. When you have a plan, instead of just surviving and taking that mind frame on just getting by day by day, you take that laser vision and now you work your plan. And when you work the plan, it gets you out of survival and it gets you into living. And if you're frustrated, angry, right, now that energy is being transferred into you accomplishing your goals. Right? So now you know where your energy is going and you're not reacting to a circumstance. Sometimes we react to circumstances so much we can't focus on what we really need. Because we're allowing our emotions to go in places that we're not controlling. But once we control our emotions and we control our mindset, now we can go into action and now things will be better and life will be better. So trust me, Sit down. Don't wait. Don't wait. Do it today. Don't put it off. Do it tonight. I don't care if you got to stay up to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock rock. Stay up. Put your stuff on paper. What you want for life in 10 years. What your vision is. Make it realistic. Okay? Make it realistic. Write it down. Then you write down, okay, how am I going to get there? I make X amount of dollars. I got these bills. Right? You tally it up. All that's your expenses and what you make. If it's a negative, you got to find a way to adjust it or try to now find a way to make more money to accomplish that goal. Right? So now you're taking your energy and your time and you're putting it to your resources into what you want to do. Right? Once you start doing that, I'm telling you, life is going to open up. Because now you're going to be thinking. And as your mind begins to think, you're going to be coming up with ways to add value to your own life. And when you start doing that, you're going to start connecting with other people who are like-minded, and you're going to start helping each other. Standing on this, that's why this channel has been created, for us to be like-minded people, and people who think with their minds can get ahead in life together. Stop living survival every day. It's not good for you. The stress level, right? Stress is the #1 killer. When you're surviving, you're stressed out. You know you can't, certain things you don't want. Sometimes you don't even want to eat. Sometimes there's certain things you want to do, you don't have the capacity or feeling or drive to do because you're stressed out. Surviving long periods of time is not good for your life. It's not good for people around you because it trickles down. You remember you was a kid and you be going in the store and all of a sudden you take 2 cookies or something. Your mother say, get 2 cookies and a glass of milk. You take 4, she whooping your ass. Right? Now being of age, you understand why. Because our parents were surviving. She, in her mind, or his mind, he only had enough food for the week. So if you went in there and took more than what he or she calculated, they didn't have enough to feed you. You see what I'm saying? It's a different time frame now, but it's the same cycle. It's the same cycle. But if we're oblivious to the cycle and we don't use our mind and our intellect to get us out of it, it's going to be passed down. That's why it's important for us to take the reins of our life and stop letting life just blow us in the wind and dictate what is for us. Trust me, life slows down when you have a plan. It slows down. You get a better vision and a better understanding of what you really want and what you need. And you can also get some of your desires. That's all for today. God bless you and your family. And I will see you on the next video. Take care.